Hello, guys. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VI, aka Final Fantasy III in the US here. This this game is going crazy. The world broke apart. It broke apart, and now everything's scattered. I'm in an island somewhere. I can already tell the contents are all messed up. Oh, that was big damage. And not enough experience points. But I do have to say, the amount of storytelling they're really trying to say in this game, it shows that Square really was trying. Oh man. Skip word two. I'm on this island. I don't know what to do. Am I even getting this fish? I can't even tell. Here, hold on, guys. I gotta open something up. There we go. Now I'm having trouble here. I'll be honest. It's like I do like JRPGs, but I really hate the grind. I really do. Yes. Really? Oh, that's sad. Now, I don't know why they didn't remake this. If any Final Fantasy needed a remake, it was this. Okay, so something happened. Oh, that ninja's gone. Aww. Man, that sucks. Okay, well, I'm getting a better understanding of things now. Destroy the 8 Dragon Lords. To Isen Tower. What? For crying out loud, let me get into the pub. Jesus. There's no one here. Okay, okay, I see, I see. So I gotta go north to Isis. Oh, Sen. Sen, T-S-E-N. It's not gonna attack? gonna escape watch. Oh no. Not a bad amount. Not a bad amount of... You know, the first RPG I've ever played, I never beat. It was Miracle Warriors. On the Master System. The first time I played was on the Game Gear, but it was a Master System game. Jeez. Took a long time. Should've got more for it. Okay, so... So this is what... So I remember playing this game. It was very basic. It was originally a MSX game, and I think Compile ported it, or someone ported it to the Master System. Uh-oh. Oh god, it just got intense all of a sudden. Oh, crying out loud. Oh. Yeah, this is getting annoying. Come on. Let me leave. Oh my god, I have less than 2 minutes and this on all these stupid random battles. I hate random battles. Oh, for crying out loud! Let me leave. I'm gonna die because of all these stupid random battles. Can you go any slower? Can you go any slower? Jesus. What's up with this game, man? What's up? Okay. Tiger Mask. A reference to a wrestler, I think. Break. Man, I can't believe it. With the skin of my teeth, I barely beat this guy. Or barely got out of the house. Oh, man. Okay, nothing too fancy. See what the people here have to say. If you travel north along the Serpent Trench, you reach the town of Nakia. Apparently ships still sail from there. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. Super Ball. It's probably worthless, but damn, I needed more smoke bombs. I thought they were pretty useless because I was willing to just go through every fight, but finding out that they didn't give you much time for that last one. I really wanted to know what was in that last chest too. It sucks. Yeah, let me rest up. Okay. Makes things a little easier. Oh, that was a lot of experience points. Oh, there's nothing here. Oh, man. Anyway, I guess I was sidetracking. The first game I've ever played, RPG I've ever played, was Miracle Warriors on a Master System. It was given to me by my brother And it was shortly after I got my Master Gear converter, and of course I was playing this thing. It was my first RPG. I had it and it was really, to me, it was kind of bizarre because first, you know, it was very basic. The it didn't play like a traditional. It didn't have the same presentation of a traditional RPG. Um, it was more static, for a better, for lack of a better term. It was very pretty plain. And yeah, so it was pretty static, right? You didn't really control a character on the overmap. You controlled like a square block, and you kind of have like an indication of where everything's at, you know. And you get, of course, you get into random fights, and if you find like NPCs while out and about, you'll find a merchant or a wise man or something, and they'll like and they'll like talk to you, and they'll give you advice. Oh, I heard you could find this thing, or uh, this place over here trains like, people with pirate blood, knows how to use this or whatever. But if you attack one of these NPCs, your reputation in that particular area goes down. So people are more willing to be retreat from you, or I think townspeople, they wouldn't like. I think they might treat you a different way. I just know that if you attack NPCs out in the field, while in the overworld, stuff happens. What the hell is this thing? I don't know if I'm going the right way. Anyway, I got very far in that game. I came close to beating it, but there was this one puzzle I couldn't quite solve. I think you had to go to like different tower. You got to go to certain towers in a specific order, and then you'll go to then you'll be taken to the last dungeon where you fight the boss. And I remember I spent forever trying to solve this puzzle, and unfortunately, uh, the battery died on me. Right? This is what happened. I stopped playing the game. I was like, I know I'm at the end. I maxed out all of my characters. I I I maxed out all my characters. They all have like 100% um you know power and magic and stuff. So I'm at the and a lot of items, berries or whatever they used for health. And I was like 100% there. I was like, I'm so close. I know this is the last spot. I know I gotta do something with these towers. I just gotta like figure out how to do it, you know. And this is like And I know something was not quite right because, like, um, because this is Sega, 1987 Sega or 1988 Sega localization. So there was like no. So I know there was some sort of mistranslation going on. Like I started becoming more aware of that. And unfortunately, like, that's so weird. And so I know I was very close to the end, and I spent a long time trying to like figure it out. So I was like, all right, I'm close to the end. I know it has to do with. Oh no. Oh, it wasn't too bad. So I I left it as is, right? And I and like around high school. Oh wow. Around after high school, I finally go to GameFAQs.com and I see that people have some words to say about that game. And I find out that you're supposed to go to the towers in in this particular order. And I was like, really? I can't believe it. I can't believe that. Why didn't I think of that? I thought I should have thought of that. I didn't think about that. So I go back to my game, and the save is gone. Now I stopped playing that game for maybe 3 years when I found that out, and I go back to it, and the battery's dead. 100%, the battery's dead. I'm like, oh my god! I'm thinking the entire process, the all the time I spent leveling up my characters. I was so mad, guys. No joke. I was so mad, and I started playing again, and it wasn't saving, and I'm like, oh jeez. And it wasn't until I think uh, around. It wasn't until like maybe 2000, like 2008, that I got around to replacing the battery. That's when I started learning how to solder and you know, and I got like mod chips for my PlayStation 2 and stuff. And that's when I learned um, how, I started in a new battery into that game, and I was like, I can't believe it. Oh, it's rough. I guess she's out of the picture for the time being. Really? Really? I'm Baba. Anyway, I've been meaning to play Miracle Wars again. But I don't know if I could go through with it. Because I tried not to... Oh boy. Sorry, I'm paying attention to this right now. come on. I'm just gonna power rush this thing. Yeah, well, yeah, this is that one town. I had the guy that was living up here somewhere. I'm gonna save it. Really? Zombie, okay. Okay, there we go. Anyway, what was saying about Miracle Warriors? I do want to play it again. I came so close. It was the first JRPG I've ever played. But I wonder if there's a much more modern translation, just because the localization of Sega back in the day wasn't exactly the best. Like they were using like Shakespearean language on some of this stuff. which doesn't make sense. It just doesn't sound right. If you look at Govilius and Miracle Warriors and Lord of the Sword, it's like I sure you want to. Are you sure some kids gonna understand what they're saying here? Man, but Sega had a really big uphill battle back in the day. Ah, damn it. Come on! There you go. You know, I wish they wouldn't have made the map transparent like that. There you go. Get out of here with that thing. Wow. You know, I would on a related note, I I did some ROM hacking recently. Um, it's it's a slight unusual um thing I did. It's with Sword of Vermilion. That is one game I've been trying to stream, but like I usually before I stream anything, I'll play like maybe like 30 minutes of it to see if it's good or if it's something I could like actually go through. And Sword of Vermilion was one of those games that really interested me back in the day because it was done by a group of a team at Sega that worked on a couple of things, and it was produced by Yu Suzuki. If you play that game, you could see that Yu Suzuki saw home console games in a different light. He saw the home console as something that needs to be a little bit more expansive, much like when he did Shenmue. There's just so much to do in Shenmue or Shenmue, however you say it. And but he got his fingers a little bit or his toes a little bit wet with Sword of Vermilion. He was producer of that one, not the director, but you can see that there was some input in there because there's a lot of different gameplay elements going on in that game. And although it's slower paced than most others, you there's always like you're always doing something different. Like the battle is a little bit different, the overworld is different, walking through towns is different. Um, the you know and everything just feels very well. It's another word. I'm trying to come up with the word. Not elaborate. It's very optional. Not optional. I have to find a word for it. It is very like uh, device. No, not divisive. Oh man, do I really have to look up my phone? There's a lot of variety. There you go. It's a it's a varied experience that's well put together. And the more I play this, I'm like, yeah, there's something to it. You know, the dungeon crawling, the how maps work, who to talk to. You know, you're rewarded you are rewarded for exploration, but those some at the same time you're rewarded for talking to NPCs and stuff like that. Um, and I was playing through this right now. The issue I have is the fact that when they were designing graphics for this thing, they were really keeping the CRT television in mind. It is not a it's not a an experience. The visuals were not meant for an experience for an flat panel LCD. You know that they were really thinking about they were really thinking about like playing on the tube television, and because of that, some of the NPC and the player characters' faces were green. Now, if you were to look at that sprite through a CRT, you won't even notice it. It blends pretty well. It gives like a nice tone, similar to how the waterfall and Green Hill Zone worked on CRT TVs. That it did it did a similar effect on the player and the NPC faces. However, if you play this game on if you play that game on a RGB SCAR to HDMI on a flat panel screen, you're gonna notice it's a green face. I thought it was initially I thought it was a glitch, like oh, my Mega SD is doing something. So I take out my Sword of Vermilion cartridge, and it's the same thing. Oh well, let me play this on an older Genesis. Maybe there's some sort of graphical kind of issue because because you know this game did come out before the Model 2. Maybe it's the Model 2 Genesis that's doing it. I take out my Model 1. Nope, same issue. Then I do another thing. I got okay. Well, maybe it's something's wrong with the ROM cartridge or something. Let me play this on the Sega Genesis collection on the PlayStation 2. And that's what I do. I connect my Genesis to I connect my PlayStation 2 to my TV with component cables. Turn up the 480p or progressive scan, and it's the same thing. I'm like, oh my god. And I go online to look it up, and that is actually part. That green face thing is actually part of the graphics. That was part of the. That is part of the character's color palettes. Whoops. And I was like, that is not possible. Like this. That is not possible. They messed it up, but at the same time, I'm reading online. I know like this was an intentional design by the graphics designer because they were keeping the CRT in mind. So I was like flabbergasted. Why would they do that? There was no reason to do that, but they did. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe someone will make really like I didn't care too much about it. This was something I was thinking about like a couple of months ago, but recently I was like, you know what? Let me check out romhacks.net. Let me see. Let me see. What if anyone done anything about it? Nope. No one's done a thing about that. Literally, no one's done a thing. So I'm like, I really want to stream this. After Final Fantasy VII, I will be streaming Sword of Vermilion, just to let you know. But it took me. I went ahead and I damn. I went ahead and I researched how people do these ROM hacks. How, like, I done some Genesis programming. I'm not gonna lie, and I done a couple of things. Like I drawn things. I moved around background layers. I did some minimal sprite animation, that sort of stuff. But I don't know how to take a ROM that's already out there and I don't know how to take a ROM and then like mess with it. So I looked into it, right? And it's a lot like installing the Game Shark code already on the cartridge. And I was like, okay, well, people do this all the time, right? Oh. Hold on. Damn. So I go online and I'm checking through all sorts of tile tile manipulating, programs, right? Uh, I check out Tile Layer Pro, and and Tile Layer Pro was never really met. Well, you could read Genesis ROMs, and then like you could like find stuff. I find some patterns, but I couldn't find um, palettes, and I couldn't find the right color palette for the um, for the NPCs and the main player character. I find it, and it just takes forever. And I'm like looking for. I was like going through the entire ROM, and it's like it looked like all static imagery. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, I know people do this all the time, right? And maybe something to do with the address layer. So I downloaded Gens K Pro or something like that. It's like a developer emulator kind of thing, and I ran my Sword of Vermilion cartridge through that, and my cartridge ROM through that, and I'm not finding anything. Like okay, I'm looking at hexadecimal stuff, and like, yeah, this is way above me, right? But it has to be there. I think I tried D3. There was also this tile molester thing made out of Java, and that was showing me the same results. And I couldn't. Hold on. Equip. Get up. There you go. And I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't able to find anything. But then like I found another YouTube video, and and finally I got some help. I using a save states. When you save a state, it actually saves like the entire parameter and function of that one moment in the game, and it points to every little thing in the data, and I found out, and through several steps I found out the tile number and color palette number and all this stuff. I found that out. I found out the memory address, and huh. I found out the memory address, and I took steps to change color, So I removed the green face and I made it a shade lighter than the regular skin face, and that fixed the problem. I was like, oh damn, I did a ROM hack. I finally did a ROM hack. I I did that ROM hack, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to do that. But you know what? I should probably rest up. And at some point, you know, I kind of want to like turn it in. Oh wait, huh? I kind of want to like put it up on romhacks.net, but I really don't know how to do that. I just have the ROM with the with the with the face fix, and I'm like, geez, like this is a persistent problem. Why didn't no one solve this before? Hold on, let me just. There you go. I'm bankrupting myself in preparations of hold on, let me just. But I don't know. I don't know the process of, like, I don't even have an account with them. I just download their stuff and then use it. Excuse me, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom really quick. Okay, forgive me, guys. Forgive me. Feeling good now. But honestly, man, I I can't believe that fix hasn't been made. It took me 4 days. That's what the embarrassing thing is about. It took me 4 days to figure out. Yeah, it took me 4 days to figure out Um, oh, there we go. So yeah, 4 days. It took me 4 days to figure out how to ROM hack, and it's a very simple thing, nothing elaborate. I just changed the color palette of a of the of a couple of sprites. That was it. That was it. I'm surprised no one has put up a. Maybe because it's so easy, it'll be so. I gotta put it up on ROM hacks. I kind of want. I kind of want to put it up there just to show that I done something. Huh. That's a lot of money. I should probably. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh man. I remember buying Sword of Vermilion at a video store when they were getting rid of all their Genesis games. Eh, Huh. Oh. I like the fact that they just show that how every town is coping with what happened. Oh yeah, so she was held prisoner. Oh, but yeah, I'm not gonna find any new stuff here. You know, this would be a game I would review. I really like it. But a lot of people already kind of said their piece about it. Like, I don't know what else I could add to the conversation. All right, never mind. I guess I did find something. Okay, second story of the inn. Uh, I am running. Where did that guy go? Why would it? That's so bizarre. You know what? Let me save it right outside the dungeon. Damn, I already spent 24 hours on this game? $2,000 the next level up. Really? Is this the same dungeon as before? There's a new one. There we go. It is the same dungeon as before. Here, I'll take a picture of this. Okay, let's see. Just because I'm about to level up, so I gotta know what exactly am I doing here. Okay, now let's compare. What's actually gonna... My attack stays the same, my defense is the same, my evasion is the same, my magic defense is the same, my magic evade is the same, strength the same, speed's the same, everything's the same. The only thing that's changed is that I got like 100 more jeez, it's like I got 100 more health points. Oh, I was already over here. The half circle back with medium kick. That's like... Oh yeah, this was a cave-in because of the... Was I here before? I wonder, could have, I don't know about the Genesis, but I wonder if the Super Nintendo could have somehow pulled off a Fallout. Maybe we just make it a regular RPG. But with Fallout themes. Maybe I'm overreaching. Like Fallout came out, what, 97, 98? Nah, that would have been too late. Okay. Humpty Dumpty, Doo Doo Fidoo, Neck Hunter. What weird names. What was the inspiration for a lot of these monsters? Because I've seen them reuse these guys. Magic goes up, and his defense goes up, and his magical probably sell this stuff. Well, I'm getting a lot of money. Oh, jeez. Really? What am I supposed to do now? Oh, come on! wish it would have at least. I wish they would have at least have um I wish it would have at least give me a safe spot for that. Oh. Okay, let's see what I got. What do I got? What do I got? Beautiful. Slice. And just like that, huh. You know, with music like this, I'm surprised they're even like there's even fights like this, you know? Damn it. Okay, here we go. Really? Oh, come on. Yay, I've actually won. Okay. Really? Still getting monsters here? Can't even get out of the room without getting the mother monster fight. Alright, just dwell on this guy. Oh, there you go. Okay. Looks like I'm doing okay. Alright, now this is where I'm going to save it, guys. Wow, that was just, everything's coming back together. You know, Tina's a little out of it right now. I guess it's understandable. I think she's my favorite character in the game. You know, my second favorite probably has to be Locke. Because he tries to be a good guy, but he's really a thief. And my third favorite, oh, it has to be a tie between Edgar and Mash. Like I like the tools that they use to get things done. But hey, that's what it is, man. I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this game. I wish more people would watch these streams. Oh man. But what can I say? I get a view here and a thank you there. But man, oh man, it's a good game. It really is a good game. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna leave it, guys. I'll try to stream again tomorrow. I can feel like I'm getting close to the end, but if it's all said and done, I'll be happy. I'll try to and then like, I guess I could show you guys what I've been up to. Here, well, I've already saved it, so I can go ahead and shut this off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. What earlier? Let's just go to the Sega Genesis, right? We'll go to Sword of Vermilion. Continue. And I don't know why it's not working. There we go. Okay. As you can see, his face is green. Let me see if I could, you know, zoom it in for you guys. Let's see, get. Oh, I guess I can't make it bigger. There you go. Zoom it in a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go, that should work. Now if you see his face, there's like a green smudge right on top of it, right? Not very, it's not very presentable, so to say. It's not, you know, I guess you can kind of tell it, but when you're seeing it on when you see it on through a CRT, you can't really notice it. But if you play it through emulation or through one of the compilations or something, you'll notice it very. You could barely notice it here, but when I play this on the TV, it is very noticeable. So here, let me turn the menu. So go to the hacks. Sort of Vermilion face fix. That's what I called it. Oh wait, I don't have a save on this. All right, I have to go through the intro a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. There you go. I like the story in this. And oh my god, hurry. I'll cover this story when I start playing the game. And you can see his face 100% cleaned up. No green whatsoever. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. See? His face is normal. No green whatsoever. Same thing for this guy up here. His face was green too. But it goes to show you, like, with a little help from the internet, you can make your own fixes. Oh man. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching my video. I'll try to stream tomorrow. If not, then possibly Wednesday. Who knows? Anyway, take care, guys. Thanks for watching.